In an exclusive telephone interview with Washington TV today, January 12th, Shirin Ebadi, one of the lawyers defending the 7 detained Baha'i leaders in Iran, whose first trial hearing took place today in Tehran, said that if justice were to prevail, the only verdict that could be reached over this case was one of acquittal.
If justice is to be carried out and an impartial judge should investigate the charges leveled against my clients, the only verdict that could be reached is that of acquittal.
But she went on to express regret about the judiciary's behavior. Unfortunately, for some time now, the judiciary has distanced itself from justice, she said. Ebadi, a Nobel Peace Prize laureate, also criticized the manner in which today's hearing, which was the first session of the trial, was staged behind closed doors.
On the basis of the information given to me by the families of my clients, the first session of the trial began today, and out of the 4 lawyers which the Center for the Defense of Human Rights had assigned, myself, Mr. Soltani, Mr. Ismailzadeh, and Ms. Parakand, Mr. Ismailzadeh and Ms. Parakand took part in the hearing, but in spite of our requests, it was announced that the hearing would be held behind closed doors, and they even made the relatives leave the room.
Ebadi explained that her clients have been convicted of spying for America and Israel, acting against national security, and engaging in propaganda against the Islamic Republic system.
I read the dossier and fortunately or unfortunately found in it no cause or evidence to sustain the criminal charges upheld by the prosecutor.
The Baha'i international community has categorically denied the accusations and said that today's trial in Tehran was marked by numerous violations of legal due process. The defendants, Mr. Behruz Tavakoli, Mr. Saeed Rezai, Mrs. Fariba Kamalabadi, Mr. Vahid Tizvaham, Mr. Jamaluddin Khanjani, and Mr. Afif Naimi, were arrested in their homes on May 14, 2008, and Mrs. Mavash Sabet was arrested on March 5, 2008 in northeastern city of Mashhad. On the question of the postponement of the trial of the detainees, Ebadi said,
"This case was set up wrongly from the start. That is, my clients should have been released immediately. This delay, which has lasted up to now, contravenes the laws of the Islamic Republic of Iran."
Asked about the reasons behind increasing pressure brought to bear in recent months against the Baha'is, including scurrilous accusations against them made by hardline Iranian media, Ebadi linked these to the protests across Iran following the disputed presidential election.
The spontaneous popular street protest against the existing situation caused them to link these to the outside. First, they said that Israel, America and Britain were the perpetrators. Then they said that it was the people who killed Neda. Then they said that the people had themselves inflicted injuries and that the officials are innocent. They offered innumerable reasons, none of which were acceptable to public opinion in Iran. And now it is the turn of the Baha'is to be blamed for the protest and the Green Movement and to create a certain situation. But you know that none of these are correct. If the people come out onto the streets, they come in order to declare their dissatisfaction with their situation, and this is not connected with any faction or group.
Regarding the difficulties she faced as a defense lawyer for the Baha'is on trial, Ebadi said,
"When I and my colleagues accepted to act as their defense lawyers, they had not been allowed to see their families for over a year. And for some time too, they were not allowed to meet with us. After a year and a half, when the investigation ended, I and the rest of the lawyers were permitted to read the dossier, and we met them on one occasion in prison."
In her interview with Washington TV, Ebadi also spoke about the situation of the Baha'is in Iran and criticized the fact that their rights as citizens were being denied to them.
Unfortunately, the followers of Bahá'ísm do not enjoy their rights as citizens. This includes the right to work in government offices, the right to obtain a permit to operate a business, or the right to set up different educational establishments. Most important of all, from the start of the revolution up to now, they have not had the right to a university education.